What up, Dennis? How we doing? Welcome to a great edition. I'm going to raise the energy levels. An awesome edition of Ask Dan today. So just a bit of a background. Before I get started and start talking, I'm halfway through my 35-day Dan transformation. And for those of you who aren't following me on social media, jump on the Instagram and Facebook page to catch in my stories. I check in and keep myself accountable every day. So the exact same treatment I'm giving to my premium clients is what I do myself. And just to prove it, I'm checking in and just throwing random stories. You can also get some good content and hopefully maybe just some of the content that I am delivering through the social media channels will get through, maybe hit home, and it's probably something that you've been thinking of. Anyway, so today's topic, traditional cardio versus metabolic resistance training. So also formerly known as MRT. Now, before we start talking about MRT, I just want to explain what traditional cardio and what my opinion is of traditional cardio. So it's not necessarily just, going for a walk around the block. I mean 45 minutes of low intensity, plus you can even throw some HIIT into the mix. Now, for those of you out there, low intensity is just your 30-minute boring, or for some of you who find it exciting, it's your 30 minutes on a treadmill or on a bike or on the rowing machine or whatever it may be on a cross trainer at a static preset speed. Not too fast, not too hard, probably about 40 to 60% of your maximum heart rate, and just constant for about half an hour, 45 minutes, whatever it may be. So that's what I call traditional cardio. Now, MRT, what MRT is a specific training protocol that elevates your heart rate. And for those of you who follow me on social media, you constantly hear me saying about, reduce your rest times, keep your heart rate up. It's a good protocol, training protocol that basically helps you lose fat and burn, and it costs more energy to complete. So what I mean by that is, your body in that 45-minute period, your body needs to burn about 500 to 600 calories of energy to keep up with your physical activity. So, for example, if your current weightlifting routine or your current cardio regime, in half an hour, you might be burning 130, 140, maybe up to 200 calories, depending on how big your height, your build, your frame, and all that. With 40 to 45, well, let's just say with half an hour of MRT, you're looking at burning anywhere between 450 and 500. Now, that sounds awesome, because you're like, well, hold on, why don't I just switch all my workouts to MRT? MRT is a really advanced training protocol. So it really depends on knowing your form, knowing what exercises to put together. But the main benefits of MRT are the ability to build muscle and lose fat in the exact same time. I know it's quite rare scientifically, it's not that proven, but MRT is, there's cases that I've read and researched on the internet where it shows you a right mix with muscle, and the way you play with your nutrition can give you positive muscle gain results as well as fat loss, so which is the utopian world for every sort of a weightlifter. What it also does is it puts your body in EPOC. So what EPOC is basically what we always call the afterburn. Now, I'm pretty sure you've seen late night TV commercials that are constantly talking about, burn fat while you sleep, get that metabolism burning fat, your fat burning furnace, or all that sort of stuff. And that's what we refer to as EPOC. So that's excess post-exercise oxygen consumption. What that means is, whilst you're not training, after you've finished your strength training or your cardio, or in this instance, your MRT training, your body is still burning fat for up to 24 hours. There's studies to show 36 hours, but in this instance, I'm just going to go for a safe option of up to 24 hours. Now, you think to yourself, well, that's really not that impressive. But realistically, if I can burn fat for 24 hours after I've hit a 40-minute workout, then that's better than a traditional cardio, where as soon as you stop walking on that treadmill, as soon as you stop rowing on the rower, you stop burning fat. And it's more effective, and like I said earlier, it's more for advanced people who understand their form, the technique, when to couple both muscle groups, and actually when to utilize it. Now, within my program, as you guys progress through the weeks and hit the month stages and quarters and 6 months, you'll notice the progressive change and the challenges that I introduce along the way. I mix all these protocols together, and based on your fitness levels and where I see fit and when I see necessary, I switch and change around. So, for example, you might start as a real beginner in the first 4 to 6 weeks of the program, and then I might see that your results you're really keeping up on, and you're just developing faster than what I expected. So then I'll change it and introduce other techniques like you've heard me say multiple times: supersets, giant sets. These are all just terms that I think, or even techniques that will get you through a plateau, or even give you better results that you can achieve. So in summary, guys, traditional cardio is basically, so key points I want you to take out of this is every time somebody talks about MRT, first of all, you need to understand what the type of workout is. So on that note, actually, so MRT, the way I look at it, targets five particular areas of the body. So you've got your lower body, which is quad dominant. So your leg, your quads, really quad focused, compound movement. Your upper body, which is push, your overhead. So something like a shoulder press or dumbbell presses, chest presses, barbell bench, something that's going to push the weight over your head. So another upper body movement is your pull. So obviously, like your chin ups, your deadlifts, and your lat pull down. So more back movements and bicep movements to be incorporated. And now what happens is, sorry, let me finish with the other two. The other lower body is hip dominant, so your glutes and your core and all that area around there. So basically, the last element is your actual core. So the stabilization of the abdominal muscles and the balances within there. When you merge all these 5 core, I'll call it body parts together in one workout with reduced rest time, it becomes an MRT workout. Now, you can't just go around and think to yourself, oh, I'm going to walk into the gym and I'm going to do some bench, some squatting, some leg press, and I'm going to shoulder press, and that's an MRT workout. There's more to it than that. Session time should only go for 40 to 45 minutes. You need to be properly fueled before an MRT workout, because your heart rate is going to be so elevated. You want to make sure you've got enough energy and nutrition to keep you going. It will also improve your fitness, though, because you're actually reducing your rest time. So my plan will give you a buffer depending on which section of the plan you're on, or is specifically what type of exercises I've given you. It'll depend on your rest. Might be somewhere between 3 minutes if you're looking at building muscle and getting that power, that strength behind you. It might be 90 seconds, so 1.5 minutes when we're looking at hypertrophy and inducing that nice, I'll call it evergreen sweet spot. So with MRT, we drop that right down to about 20-second rest periods per exercises, and it's basically a circuit. So you're moving from one exercise to another with a 20-second break, with another. After 5 exercises, you have a 60-second break, rinse and repeat. And so you do that for the 40 to 45 minutes. Your average heart rate, your steady heart rate should be sitting at you're probably about 60%, and you should peak at anywhere between 80 to 85%. Hence why your body needs more energy, and you'll get, it costs more to undergo one of these workouts. All right, guys, a bit of a long one. I just wanted to make sure that you guys understand. So when people talk about MRT workouts or the protocol, you're like, oh yeah, Dan mentioned something about, it's really, I need to concentrate on my form. It's a case of moving multiple body parts at once. It's circuit training. It takes 40 to 45 minutes. It's going to elevate my heart rate. All those key points. So it's more, took a little bit longer to get there at the end, but we got there. As always, guys, I really appreciate for all of you who are in the community and sharing, and all the messages I get throughout the week. To the premium Danners, I hope you guys are nailing it. Like, we're halfway through now. I definitely am. I'm losing the weight that I scoped that I was going to be losing. I haven't really lost too much strength, which is good. But I'll keep you guys updated on the social media story feeds. I believe now is the hot thing in. So as always, guys, have a great week. Stick to the plan, and let me know if you need any adjustments, or if winter's catching up with you and you just want to include some warmers in there. So feel free to reach out and let me know. Again, the community page is open for everyone to drop comments and #NoBullying. So have a great week ahead. I'll catch you guys on Saturday for Stretchless Saturday. See ya.